Broncos. You're looking at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood, California. Today, two teams hailing from the AFC, between the Denver Broncos and the Los Angeles Chargers.
Will Lutz to kick off for the Broncos.
To kick off, here's Will Lutz. And off we go from SoFi. Fields this one at the 3. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
All right, let's get this one on the road, Brock. It is 1st and 10. They'll run here with Amari on Hampton. Well, maybe the rest of the game is going to be headed in the proper direction, Brock, but their first play winds up going backwards.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
First play of the drive, lost a yard. Need to get it back and some change here. 2nd down. Herbert. And he gets it away, but nowhere close to that target. Incomplete. Quick thinking just to get rid of it there, Brock, but no chance. It's 3rd down.
Just about every play in an NFL game usually has a protagonist and antagonist, a good and a bad. The good there, the courage of that wide receiver. The bad, just could not haul it in.
To the air on 3rd and long. A throw right side, caught by Njoku. It's a foot race into the red zone. He goes the distance. Touchdown, LA! Well, certainly credit to the offense there, Brock. On the flip side of things, a slow start defensively from a group who normally runs a really tight ship early in games as they give up 6 on the opening series.
I think you'll find that even your top 5 defenses aren't immune to sometimes bad matchups or really good play calling on the other side. Now it comes down to adjustments they're going to have to make.
Dicker to kick off for the Chargers.
Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Good starting field position for the Broncos as they get ready for 1st and 10. They run it. Here's R.J. Harvey. And he can only manage 1 yard. The defenders were at the ready to bring him down.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. Staying on the ground here with Harvey. And whatever they were trying to do there is not going to work. Defenders all over it, so they take him down for a loss.
We take a break from his regularly scheduled programming of pass coverage duties to see him adding a little contribution in the run support. And his teammates, you can just see the body language. A little nod, a little grin. They'll welcome the reinforcements every time.
3rd down. Chargers have 6 DBs out there. Nick's looking to throw. Got a lot behind this one. Downfield it goes. He's got it inside the 25. The deep Pass comes up big. 43 yards.
A gain of 43 yards.
Yeah, right there. That's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in the...
The Russians going to win this rep. They get to him. Now this is the dreaded sight anytime there's a sack. He's hurting after taking that hit, and they're going to get out there to check on him. Good time to reach in the bag of tricks on second down. 16 to go following the sack. To the air with Stidham. He's in trouble again, and he's going to go down second time on this opening series. And hopefully they'll have some better blocking on the next play because that was not good. Brings up third down.
Got to get some protection up front here, Kate. He is already in the game because they knocked out the starter, and trust me, you don't want to get to the emergency quarterback.
Chargers sending out a dime look here ahead of this third down. Here's Nix to throw. Defender is there. He knocks it away, and that's going to force fourth down.
You know exactly what he's thinking. Hopefully next time it's a little bit easier. The degree of difficulty on that one high. Throwing the double coverage, odds are against you.
And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
They were able to answer a score with a score. Maybe not to tie the game, but to certainly turn some of the momentum.
This one's fielded at the 40-yard line. Finds some space. He's past the 30. Crosses midfield, and he's still going. At the 20. He took it all the way. Touchdown. Oh, baby, what a return. Well, when it's set up perfectly, Brock, and you get an exciting return man back there fielding it, wow, there are not many plays in football more exciting than taking a kick back for 6.
Find those blockers, follow those blockers, and then step on the gas. So simple for me to describe, yet so tough to execute on the field.
And that one flies right on past the end zone. Did not make an effort to even hit the landing zone, Brock, so they're going to gift him a drive starting at the 35. Good starting field position for the Broncos as they get ready for 1st and 10. Nick's making a read, going audible. Throwing now on 1st down. And the catch in and out of his hands. Contact separating him from the football that time. 2nd down coming up.
No real secret. They were going to get him and his height involved early there, Kate. The secret was how is he going to be defended. So they chose to go physical. And that will plant a little thought in his mind. The next time the ball comes his way, he better be ready for some contact.
He finds his running back, R.J. Harvey. And give him an even 10 here, Brock, before he hits that sideline. This is going to get him a big pacer now for this 3rd down.
I know that completion doesn't move the chains. I love it nonetheless. You make sure that defense is aware of every eligible player going out. And this time it was out of the backfield with the running back that shows he's adept at catching it as well.
He's going to be hauled down after a small pickup. Maybe got 4 yards there. And it's going to be 1st down Denver. Showing some patience in their ground game early here, Brock. Continuing to feed their guy despite the lack of results so far.
I know this will sound kind of silly, but you've got to run the ball to run the ball. And what I mean by that, there's no...
Behind the line, he lost that football. But the Broncos will get it back. Heads up play to recover that one. Ooh, so close to a big play defensively there, Brock. But now these guys got to stay out there. They were unable to bring in the fumble. They just forced.
They do. Got to bring a little bit of juice. But kind of like a boxer when they get a guy cut, they know. Man, if I get that first cut, I can make them bleed. And you get that ball out the first time, I guarantee you, I promise you, those guys are thinking they'll get it the next.
Taking a deep shot here. And it looks great flying through the air, Brock, but problems on the business end as it falls to the ground. 3rd down coming up.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. To throw, here's Nix. That one finds his man. Ingram. And they make the tackle at the 38. How about that play, Brock? On 3rd and 14, they find a way to convert. New set of downs for them. They'll start at the 38. Shotgun handoff to Harvey. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run. Man, great read by the defense there. They attacked, and they found that runner quick.
You look up run blitz by a linebacker, and that is in the dictionary right there.
And there it is. Throwing on second. Nix. To his back, J.K. Dobbins. Racing towards the corner, and he's across. Touchdown, Denver. Well, it's been almost a full month since they've been on the right side of an outcome, Brock. I do imagine that early touchdown was a big relief for these guys.
Well, you think so?
I do. It's a relief, right? Come on.
Yeah, for everybody, because everybody in that building's been miserable in this losing streak.
Starting from the 5. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. After that return, he's looking pretty banged up out there. We're going to have a stoppage as team personnel comes out to look at him. Chargers getting set. 1st and 10. On the play fake, it's Herbert. That's his man, but his man does not have that football. He drops an easy one, Brock. It's 2nd down. Ooh, coming off a touchdown on their previous drive, you can almost feel the urgency up here, Brock. They want to add more.
Yeah, urgency and aggressiveness. Those are kind of the ingredients in the recipe for this offense, and certainly their success today.
Working on 2nd down. Herbert. To the right and pulled in by McConkey. And he's going to be dropped quickly after making that catch. Gain limited to a couple.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
He finds Njoku complete. Taken down after a quality gain, though, 15 yards. And that's going to be a Los Angeles 1st down. It's the end of the 1st in this AFC West showdown. 14-10 our score. We're back to SoFi right after this. We're back and all set for the 2nd quarter. Charger football. They've got 1st and 10 here, looking to add to their lead. Hampton now up the middle. And that's only 1 yard up the middle. Gonna be 2nd down.
Hey, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Now Herbert on 2nd down. Looking for his back, but it will not find him. That's incomplete. Brings up 3rd down.
Kid, I'm just kind of laughing because I could feel the armchair quarterbacks going, I can make that throw. And anybody who's actually made those throws says you have no idea what it feels like with everybody breathing down your neck. That play's got to be right, timed up right, and it certainly wasn't.
They'll throw 3rd and long. That is once again incomplete, and consecutive incompletions have now pushed them to 4th down. The Chargers lined up in punt formation. And he's hit before he can get anything on that return.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
All right, Denver getting everybody set. So they've got 1st and 10. There's the fake. Here's Nix. And this one too far in front of him. It's incomplete. We'll get an injury stoppage. That's one of the Chargers who's pretty shaken up and being tended to. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 21. Pitching it out to Dobbins. Stopped after a gain of 2. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
Don't mind that call on the early downs. Give that defense something to think about. You got the inside run between the tackles, and whether it's jet sweeps or a little swing pass, or in that case a toss, make sure you threaten to the outside.
Play clock getting close to 0. We get a timeout. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. A less than ideal 3rd and 8 here. Nix. Able to get it to Franklin. And he's not going to make it. They stop him short. They expect a punt coming up here on 4th down.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep it short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
On 4th down, Broncos going to call on Jeremy Crawshaw here to punt. And he's hoping for a well-placed strike. He's got this at the 27. And he's brought down before the return gets far.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
1st and 10 from the 32. They'll start out with Hampton. And that's an 8-yard shot to start this one. That brings up 2nd and 2.
That run may not have gotten you a first, but it's a very nice little run to set the table.
After that little 8-yard scoot, here comes 2nd and 2. Now here's Keaton Mitchell with the run. Tackles with what looks to be about 3 yards. That's enough. Fresh set of downs coming their way.
3 yards.
You know what I like about a 2nd and short run play, Kate? Yeah, I like getting a 1st down, but you know what I like even more? That's going to set up a play-action pass in a similar down and distance, and that defense is going to have to key on the run.
Breaks the tackle. Had some room to work, and he took advantage. Give him 7. Okay, so they sent the blitz, but it almost seemed to backfire there, Brock. They ran through it for a pretty nice game.
Yeah, because there's a little boom or bust,
yeah.
Right? Is an offense, as a QB, if you see that and run away from the blitz, it can be effective like it was there.
He managed about 9 before a stop is made. That's going to make it 1st down Chargers.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of the defense.
Catch made by Keaton Mitchell. And they're all over that screen, Brock. Didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage.
I know coordinator and quarterback going to be upset with that 1st down, because you call a screen on 1st, you're thinking stay ahead of schedule. Even a minimal gain to stay on pace, but instead, that defense creates a negative play and sets him back behind the sticks.
Looking to his running back, incomplete. That play's going to bring up 3rd down.
I know that you and I love, Kate, looking at plays, and discussing them, and all the different outlets and checkdowns, and usually there's a completion to be had, but not against this defense, not on that one.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Here's Herbert. Finds him on the crossing route. And they get the first on a 3rd and 13. What a call to extend this drive.
It's a gain of 22 yards.
So that's going to take us, Brock, to our 2-minute warning of this first half. Chargers currently on top here at SoFi. Here's Herbert now on 1st. And he's completed just half of his first 10 passes so far following that last play. Out of the gun, here's Hampton. Not the way to begin a new set of downs, Brock, as they drop it behind the line.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back, because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
Ooh, would have been a big gainer if they connected, but they could not. Instead, third down coming up.
That's going to be a play tomorrow. When they watch it on tape, they're going to be kicking themselves a bit. Okay, you get man-to-man coverage down in the red zone, you got to take advantage of it. It's hard. Zone coverage and the windows are so tight. You get man, got to find a way to win.
And they come up empty on that third down. Would have been good for the first, but couldn't hang on through that hit. It is fourth down. The Chargers sending out Dicker the kicker to add 3 to the board. From the right hash, this is going to be a 41-yarder. Dicker connects there. And add 3 to their lead as it extends to 7.
What a season this guy has had. Yet to miss on a field goal this entire year. And I really hope I didn't just jinx him.
Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out on the back of the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard drive.
Good starting field position for the Broncos as they get ready for 1st and 10. Now Nix. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this first half so far, it's not like the standard they set for themselves.
Following the incompletion, we stay at the 35. It's 2nd and 10. They've got a man in motion. Next to throw on 2nd. As a man, that's Cortland Sutton. Near the sideline, he's going to be forced out after a gain of about 20. And that'll earn the Broncos a new set of downs.
It's a gain of 20.
You just love that kind of execution because it's able to make an impact, Kate, beyond simply getting the first down. That yardage, it really sets them up now to be aggressive with a new set of downs.
Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass.
That's what I call complimentary defense right there. That pressure by the group up front, that leads to the incompletion and to the benefit of that secondary.
Throwing on 2nd, Nix. That's into the hands of Franklin. He's right up next to that first down. Doesn't quite get there. Gain of 9. That brings up 3rd and short. Going for the first with Dobbins. And they crush him right near the marker. It looks close, but yeah, Brock, I think he safely got that first down before the hit.
It's a gain of 3.
Offense going audible this time.
First down.
Throwing here, Nix. Stays upright. Pocket collapsing, and he's going to pay the price. Denver calls the second of its 3 timeouts. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half.
Jeez, this defense has just stayed after this guy all game long, and that right there might have been the cleanest run they've had at him so far, Kate. This is just painful to watch.
Pass rush could be coming again after that last sack, Brock. Let's see. Here's 2nd and 19. Here's Nix. Going deep here for the end zone. Really pushing the envelope on 2nd down, but the deep shot doesn't work. You know, we didn't really need confirmation, Brock, but just that one confirmed that they are leaning on the passing game right now to push this offense.
And I don't mind that. I don't mind playing to your strengths and being aggressive, but you do know over the course of this game, this offense has got to find more balance.
3rd and long for him here. Throwing for the back of the end zone. He's got it in the end zone, but he can't get the feet down. Oh, that throw just took him a little bit too far, Brock. That's going to be incomplete. Okay, that ground game has been an afterthought so far, and that play tells me that is not going to change anytime soon.
No, you don't want to get one-dimensional, though. I know that's easy for me to teach and preach up here from the booth, but on the field, they've got to find some level of execution.
Fields this one at the 3. And his return's going to leave him enough time for 2, maybe even 3 plays before the half. 19 seconds remain in our opening half. Let's see what they do with it. They'll turn to the ground game and just run this clock out. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play. Timeout called by the Chargers. They're first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. They're just going to play it safe, sticking with the ground game, it looks like. Off the sideline, past the 25. There's the hold. They're going to force him out of play with a gain of about 12. And that is good for a Chargers first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Again, this is Mitchell. Quite the turnaround these last 2 plays, huh? Nice gain on 1, and now they get him behind the line. Just before halftime, we get a timeout. Take it. Back to the line they come, second down. One final shot before the half. Left side complete. Gaston has it. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32. So that's the halfway point of this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Brock and I will be back right after this. Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. Good starting field position for the Broncos as they get ready for first and 10. Nick's now to throw. Gets everything he has under this one. And the downfield call is going to go unanswered. Defender saw to that. That incompletion means it's second down.
I'll tell you what, Kate, challenging this guy in a close game, you are tempting fate. He got one hand on it. He gets 2. It could have gone the other way.
They pitch it out to him here. Their dominance against his ground game rolls on, Brock. Add another stop to what's going to be some real nice film for them to watch.
How many times do you think in your lifetime, Kate, you've heard from the defensive coordinator, job number 1 is?
Stop the run.
And they've been doing it.
And that one's not going to be caught. Could have extended the drive, but the defender times it perfectly, breaks it up. That means it's fourth down. Here comes the Broncos punting unit. Jeremy Crawshaw, the one who's going to send this away. That's taken at the 15. And a nice return out of them. They have it a little further up past their own 30. New set of downs for them from the 31. Here's Hampton to open the drive. And he stopped quickly here. 2 yards on the play. We've got second and 8. Well, you've taught me, Brock. Sometimes it works, and sometimes, like there, almost nothing from them as they just run it right into the teeth of that blitz.
Yeah, the thing, too, about that success is get ready to see more blitzes. D coordinators love to dial it up.
Mitchell off the pistol give. Up the sideline, past the 45. And he's down to the 42-yard line. 25 on that play. And that's going to give the Chargers a first down.
And the Chargers, first down. First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Play action now for Herbert. Finds his fullback. And he's going to be dropped quickly after making that catch. The game limited to a couple.
It's always nice to see teams still employ a fullback. I love rewarding the big guy with some touches during a game. They earned those looks. That was a well-run route, and it showed some soft hands to bring it in.
It's Hampton on second. He's going to be stopped after a gain of 9. That was what they needed. First down coming up. Sure seems like running at a blitzing defense shouldn't work out too often, Brock, but right there it did nicely for him.
Yeah, football's kind of a funny game, Kate, because it could be super complex. Yeah. You get into a lot of language and a lot of detail, and then other times, like, just run away from the blitz. Just run away from it, and good things can happen.
We've set it downs for him from the 31. A play fake. Now Herbert to throw. Buying some time right. And they get this all the way down to the 16-yard line. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
You want to know what keeps most of these defensive coordinators up during game week and preparation, Kate? It's just plays like that. It's quarterbacks being able to extend the play, put so much doubt into that defense, and that defensive coordinator, too.
From the red zone on first. And he can't hang on. Touchdown in his arms. It slips through. Second down coming up.
As I watch practices today, Kate, both college and professionally, one thing is abundantly clear. Teams spend so much more time in the red zone. They know it's the money zone. And defensively, if you can force incompletions and knock it away and leave teams for field goals, you got a great chance to win.
Well, he throws it quick, but what a pass rush that was. Able to hit him on the release anyway and break that up. Third down now after that incompletion.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
And the streak continues. Another one hits the ground.
Okay, this quarterback gets out of the pocket. Genuinely a coin toss whether he's going to keep it with his legs or put in the air. Sigh of relief there defensively as that ball falls incomplete.
Dicker connects there. And that will push it to double digits in a two-possession game.
Inspiring a bunch of confidence in himself right there, Kate. Second time they brought him out for a field goal, and second time he's knocked it right through. Trust is earned in a number of different ways on the field. That's the best way to gain it as a kicker.
Dicker all lined up and ready to put it away. And he just sends this out and over the end zone. So no threat of a return. They're going to spot the ball up at the 35 to begin this drive. Good starting field position for the Broncos as they get ready for first and 10. First play in the drive. Here's Harvey. He starts out this drive with a nice gain of 8. Second down.
The cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity in the playbook, whatever you want to do. But as for me, I like to reward that runner. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
Now a second down throw for Nix. Headed out right. Downfield, this finds Waddle. This goes big, 25 yards before that tackle is made. And that's going to give the Broncos a first down.
There are times a quarterback's got to be blacksmiths. When you're in the pocket, there's just a certain timing and precision. When you get outside that pocket, you got to be an artist. You got to be creative, and this guy is.
And this will wind up incomplete, so failure to connect brings up second down.
Yikes. As that pass falls to the ground, Kate, you kind of just sense their desperation. It's just kind of oozing out of them. Running out of time to start connecting on more of these and really break open the scoring in a way they just have not been able to do so far.
Second down, give to Harvey. Not much space available there. Maybe two. That brings up third down. That right there, exactly the type of havoc that a well-designed blitz can cause, Brock. Everyone's so busy picking up their rushers. That D-tackle cleaned up.
Sure did. He gets his one-on-one, and he shocks him with those heavy hands, knocks off that blocker, and knocks down that runner.
Sometimes they hit and break, shove the catch. Incomplete. That defensive effort is going to force fourth down. On comes Will Lutz in the Broncos field goal unit. It's from the right hash, 46 yards.
A 46-yard attempt.
The kick by Lutz is good. And that'll bring it back to within a score. The lead 7.
That's why they spend all the time on the practice field during the week. That kind of operation. Perfect rhythm, perfect timing, and a 2-for-2 for this kicker.
Will Lutz to kick off.
And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Return coming from the 6. Finds some space. He's past the 30. Free up the middle. It's a breakaway. He took it all the way. Oh, baby, what a return. Touchdown. Dicker on now for the PAT. Accuracy perfect there as it's center cut. And they bump their lead up to 14.
Chargers 27, Broncos 13. Cameron Dicker to kick off for the Chargers.
What do you think, Brock? Can we get dueling kick return touchdowns, huh? Let's find out. The kick is away. Okay, well, that one's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else we got here today. So that football coming out to our 35-yard line. Good starting field position for the Broncos as they get ready for 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. This is going to be good for a new set of downs. In the end, about 16 yards on that play.
He's across midfield.
Run like that, Kate, it just gives everybody a little bit more bounce offensively because you also know you can set the table for more.
First down, and they go right back to it. And he's able to manage a couple on that run.
I think we got to be careful, and I'll raise my hand of thinking that play was just a nothing burger. Because what can happen from that, Kate, is he puts some nice toppings on it. A play-action pass, a shot that comes down the road for what looked like a very plain play.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. It's Harvey straight ahead. Excellent play defensively as they get to him behind the line. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
He was taken down behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a yard on the play. And it's 3rd down.
So we hit the end of the 3rd quarter. It's Broncos football. They're on a mission here. They trail entering the 4th. Drive in dire straits. It's 3rd and 9. Here's Nix to throw. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up.
The pressure, boy, that sped that whole play up. And it opened up a wide range of outcomes. A hurried throw almost ended up an interception. And that wasn't until after they almost brought him down behind the line for a sack.
Desperation time here. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And the Chargers get the football as he makes his third interception of this season.
It's a turnover on down.
Let's see how they attack this first down, partner, from the 45. Now an inside give to Hampton. And he'll ball his way in for a 4-yard pickup.
That is simply a stay-on-schedule kind of run. Nothing more, nothing less, just right on schedule.
4 yards on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 6. Again, it's Hampton. He's going to manage 13 yards here before going down. That picks them up to first.
In this ground game, Kate, have seen such a steady dose of work. And what you hope is all of those body blows throughout can lead to a knockout punch like that.
All set now. 1st and 10. Back to Hampton. No questioning on that exchange, Brock. He hits for 8 on first down.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
Mitchell takes it straight ahead. Well, that's not what the offense dialed up. They stick him for a loss. It's going to be 3rd down.
Kate, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. 2nd and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. But with a negative play, well, now comes a critical 3rd down.
Herbert now to throw on 3rd. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
This is where I would just love to be in the head of these play callers. Because, you know, you got a nice lead, but this game's far from over. But you still want to be in attack mode. You want to be aggressive. Be real careful throwing into coverage. I think you can call this one now, Kate. This field goal makes it a 3-score game, and even the most improbable comeback attempts are going to have a hard time erasing that type of deficit here in the final quarter.
Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Good starting field position for the Broncos as they get ready for 1st and 10. Here's Harvey to kick this one off. Off to the races, middle of the field. Hits the 20. All the way, touchdown Denver.
Ball carrier, touchdown Denver.
Extra point try now from Lutz. Send right down the middle and good. And lead now down to 10.
Chargers 30, Broncos 20. Will Lutz.
That lead trimmed just a bit. Down to 10 points now as the kick is up and away. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Did not make an effort to even hit the landing zone, Brock. So they're going to gift him a drive starting at the 35. To the line on 1st and 10. Chargers beneficiaries of some good field position. Mitchell up the middle. And he'll scurry forward for a pickup of 3.
That's the kind of yardage it's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now 2nd down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7. On the play fake, it's Herbert. Bails out of the pocket quick. No place to go, so he just threw it away.
Just cannot afford right here, Kate, to go 3 and out. Not when you watched your counterpart score a touchdown. Got to cling to that lead and find a way to convert this 3rd down. It's a big one. And cut off some of the mojo from the other side.
From the pistol, it's Herbert. Nothing there left side as it ends up incomplete.
We see this all the time. The number one thing you see NFL defenses do to try to force that fourth down, it's down coverage. Put your cover guys on the field. Let the boys up front cut it loose with pressure, and let the cover guys go shut it down.
That one hits at the 6, but can't check up. It gets into the end zone for a touchback.
20-yard line.
Starting out trips right here. 1st and 10. Nick's looking to throw. Escapes the pocket. And he breaks up that throw for the moment. A good defensive play as we hear what this flag's about. So a big self-inflicted error as that personal foul moves the ball forward quite a bit. To throw, here's Nix. And he wisely avoids contact, sliding down there, and that played good enough for a first.
A gain of 12.
Offense in the hurry up here.
First down, Broncos.
On 1st and 10, here's Nix. And he's going to go down here. They are on him back around the 28. And that backs them up now into a 2nd and 18. Fine again following the sack. Nix. This is Sutton working the right side. And give him about 4, nothing beyond the catch. And he got there quickly.
A gain of 4. And it's 3rd down.
And in motion, out of the slot. Here he goes, 3rd and long. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Derwin James picks it. And the Chargers take possession as he makes his 4th interception of our season.
Kate, this guy is dispelling one of those narratives out there. You know what that is. The DBs are simply receivers that can't catch. You throw it this guy's way, he's bringing it in.
LA bringing the offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. Hampton gets the handoff. And he's brought down as the drive starts out with a 4-yard gain. It's the 2-minute warning here in LA. Chargers about to move to a perfect 5-0 this season. This is 2nd and 6 coming up. Throwing now, Herbert. Looking for his back, but it will not find him. That's incomplete. Brings up 3rd down.
Can't cover it much better than that really well-covered Kate on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
Last pass unsuccessful. Let's see what they do on 3rd down. Back to throw. Here's Herbert. Johnson finds the football. Complete. And he is well clear of that marker. That effort's going to set them up with a 1st and goal.
They call 3rd downs money downs for a reason, Kate, because it takes everybody offensively to cash in. Excellent protection. Set the table for the QB to get the completion and the yards necessary.
Hampton will not challenge for the end zone. He loses a bunch here. The line between safeties and linebackers gets real blurred on plays like that, Brock. He handled that one just like a Mike would have.
Yeah, if injuries were to ever crop up, Kate, I bet he could handle the linebacker spot for them as well. Just tremendous diagnosis in that run support.
Here's Mitchell. And the defense wins this rep. That's stopped at the line, and now they've got 3rd and goal. We have a timeout called by the Broncos. That's their first. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. Big play coming up here as everyone gets set for 3rd and goal. Herbert now. And he's going to go down. They haul him to the turf at the 21. Denver calls the 2nd of its 3 timeouts. So on fourth down, on comes Cameron Dicker and the Chargers for a field goal try. This is going to be a 38-yarder from the right hash. Dicker connects there, and that pushes the lead up to 13.
That kick throws a roadblock up on some of the remaining avenues to get back in this game and really leaves only one remaining. It's going to take 2 touchdowns if they want a shot at it. And we know those odds, they're getting pretty long.
And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out on the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Good starting field position for the Broncos as they get ready for 1st and 10. Back to work after throwing the pick. Has him on the quick hitter. He's going to be forced out following a gain of about 10. And it's going to be 1st down, Denver.
Move the chains! Got to move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
Only one timeout remaining. They've got to work quickly here. It's 1st and 10. Shotgun handoff for Dobbins. Robbed by the first guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run. Broncos have to hurry here. Clock still running.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Rolling on 2nd. Nix. Maybe a bit of desperation. Here's a deep shot. And that's sent to the ground by a defender and incomplete. Open one for the highlight reel, but instead, it puts in 3rd down.
Don't mind that call a bit here on 2nd down. Still got a couple opportunities left. You can afford to take that shot deep, and you need to land one of them. But now, well, now you're getting the 3rd down, and now you got to find a way to get it first.
Buys time, rolling right. Some heat on that throw, and it's caught. And this will only gain him a couple of yards. Needed more to challenge for that marker. It's 4th down. The timeout's taken now as we have 1, possibly 2 snaps remaining in this ball game. Could be our final play here, or a turnover would stop the clock. Here he goes. Got to have this on 4th down. Trying to push deep downfield. And there's our last-stand image of this game. It's intercepted. And the Chargers are stopped on the return on the final play of this game. So the Chargers come away with a win in this one. Man, they were facing a top-5 defense this week, Bronk, but they made them look anything but. What a great performance to get this win.
Yeah, you could come in, Kate, with this awe and mystique of, gosh, we're facing one of the best defenses in the league, but as soon as you get those first points, you realize, you know what? They're mortal just like the rest of us, and they took the fight right to them.
So for Brock Heward, everyone here on our great crew, I'm Kate Scott, and this has been the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Chargers as we say goodbye from